Welcome back to the Red God Show. I'm Tyson, and I'm here with
Daylan and Braden.
Today, we're going to talk about Dwight D. Eisenhower and the space race.
Dwight Eisenhower is a 5-star general and the 34th President of the United States.
He focused on issues of national security and international relations, including the Cold War, the Korean War, and the growing threat of communism.
His presidency was marked by significant domestic accomplishments, including the creation of the interstate highway system and the passage of civil rights legislation.
He also emphasized the importance of science and technology, establishing NASA in 1958 to lead the country's efforts in space exploration.
Now, it's time to talk about the space race, ladies and gentlemen.
The Americans and Soviets were simpering to who can make it to space first. The Soviets.
The race started on August 2nd, 1955, when the Soviets announced the plan to launch the first artificial satellite. When the Soviet Union launched the first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, in 1957.
Then the Soviets launched Sputnik 2 in November of 1957.
And the U.S. responded with the Explorer 1.
The two go back and forth between launching satellites until in July 1969.
But this is very controversial as it even actually happened.
So we conducted interviews on whether people think the moon landing is fake or if it really happened.
So now we're going to take a look into these interviews. Thank you.
Who are we here with today?
Mr. Z.
Do you know about the moon landing in 1969?
Yeah, I know a little bit about the moon landing in 1969.
Do you think that was really staged?
100% real.
Wow.
Just because why would we fake something like that? Like, why would we?
So we could beat the Russians in the space race.
No,
That was important.
I'm not worried about beating the Russians. We beat them there. We did it.
Did we though?
Yeah,
Did we?
yeah. We did 100%.
You think so?
Yeah, you can't fake that.
Green screen.
No.
What about the flag wave? What do you think about the flag wave?
Well,
in space.
So, according to physics,
Physics.
even though there's a vacuum and there's no water or there's no air in space,
So it can be wind.
can be wind,
The flag is blowing.
but as long as it's in motion and there's no opposite forces reacting to it, then it should stay straight. As long as you have absolute 100% video evidence of it. 100%. Roll it.
Video. Who are we here with today?
Mrs. Kincaid.
Do you know about the moon landing in 1969?
Yes.
Do you believe that was real?
Yes.
Why was that?
Because they have video footage of it, and yeah.
You think that not what that could be green screen or?
Did they even have green screens back then?
I think they did. I'm not sure.
I don't think they had good graphics technology to make it look as realistic as it did.
Have you seen the flag wave?
Yeah.
And it's in space. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I've not been in space, so I don't know.
Thank you. Who are we here with today?
It looks like a lollipop. I'm David Lester.
Okay. Are you aware of the moon landing in 1969?
Yes,
Do you believe that was real or do you think it was a stunt?
I believe it was real
Why's that?
because I have seen and touched moon material, which few other people have.
You heard it here. Mr. Lester has touched moon material.
Yes, and I'm actually certified to handle it.
Do you believe that it was green screen about the flag being waving?
No,
Inside the video?
the flag has a spring in it, and if you look at the video, you can actually see the spring in the top of the flag. Because otherwise, if they put the flag up, it would just hang there. It would droop because there is no wind. So they had to have something to make the flag look as though it was waving. That was the whole point.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Lester.
You're very welcome.
Who are we here with today?
My name is Tim Jones.
Okay. Do you know the space race and how we got to the moon in
Yeah,
1969?
in a rocket.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you think that was fake, or do you think we really went to the moon?
I think you're a moron for asking me that question.
Well, you heard it here. Tim Jones thinks I'm a moron for asking this question. Who are we here with today?
Devin Young.
So you know how the U.S. was the first land on the moon in 1969?
Yep.
You think that was fake?
I feel like this is a very controversial topic, but how are you going to fake this? All right. I mean, think of it.
I'm thinking.
The technology back then, I mean, it was spotty. All right. This was like a lot of years ago.
A lot of years ago.
And the green screens, the cameras, all this editing equipment, it wasn't as good back then as it is now. And I mean, there's proof that we can go to outer space. Why could they not do it back then?
I don't know. I'm just asking the questions, man.
All right, there's my answer. I think the moon landing was real.
Okay. You heard it here, folks. Devin Young thinks that the moon landing is real. Who are we here with today?
Logan.
Okay. So you know how the U.S. was the first humans landed on the moon, right? In July 20th, 1969?
Yeah.
Do you think that was real, or do you think it was fake?
Fake.
Why?
Because God made a firmament.
Made a what?
Made a firmament.
Can you explain what that is for
Kind
the...
of like iffy. I kind of think we can't and can at the same time.
Why's that?
I don't know.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Logan Amberger thinks that the moon landing on July 20th, 1969 was indeed fake. Thank you for your time.